Joe Black.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's McDonald to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Rolling to his left. He'll find his tight end here, DeWall. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On play action, Fields. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you that on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. McDonald. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. McDonald sets to throw. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tonyan. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for this series sweep here in Chicago. A second down run with Lewis. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they've watched the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Got a man, it's Tonyan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Play action. It's McDonald. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 31.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Off play action, Fields. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Bears at 10-1 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Rashawn Gary able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. Rashawn Gary in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give, running right is Lewis. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is McDonald. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. And just a 30-yard punt that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
throwing on first down. McDonald to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action with McDonald. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. The 40. The 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Meanwhile, Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. It's Fields. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Rashawn Gary, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing after the interception. McDonald out to his left. Going underneath for Lewis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Off play action. McDonald steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago 1st.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7. Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. On 1st and 10, McDonald. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's McDonald to throw. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 31 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Bears! That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a big mistake on the...